Hey guys, real quick before we get into this, I have never been more excited in my life to do a promo than for the AeroPress. I have been using these things on my own, unpaid, ever since we went to Panama to the Baja Reque Coffee House, home of the most expensive cup of coffee in the world. And what were they using to make it? Not some crazy machine, this little bit of plastic. The AeroPress is the simplest, most versatile, cheapest and best coffee maker you will ever buy. And I'm just going to show you how I make a cup of coffee. You start with the Smoking Tire Roast from Beeline Coffee. That's right, I got my name on the beans, son. You get the beans into the AeroPress. Boom! You get your water, which is not quite boiling, slightly below boiling, and you pour some in like so. Not all the way, most of the way. Then you stir it with the paddle, comes with the AeroPress, rinse it off, fill up the AeroPress all the way, and while you're waiting for it to settle, you come over to here, you wet your paper filter, you come back over, top off the AeroPress, screw on the cap, squeeze out the air, flip, and press. Just the weight of your hands is all you need. And this is it. 2 minutes, and what you're gonna have is the most delicious, purely roasted, purely filtered coffee you've ever had in your life. Whether it's cheap, commercial grade junk, or delicious Beeline coffee, roasted tire blend, whatever it is, you're good to go. Then, all you do to clean it up, pop it out. Now you're clean. Now you're ready, and you've got your cup of coffee. The AeroPress is money. I bring this thing to hotels. They see me doing it at the hotel buffet. They get jealous when they smell this. And it's just awesome. Well, this is an exciting day because it is my first, it's really my second day with my new, old but new Keen Project Safari 911. Those of you who follow me on Instagram, if you're not already, you damn well should, at the Smoking Tire, will know how excited I am about this thing. This is my 1987 Porsche 911 in cassis red, is now transformed into Keen Project Safari number 14, the 14th car he's built. You may recall a little show I did called Drive. The YouTube channel Drive, my series tuned about modified cars. I drove Keen Project Safari number 1, Lee's personal car, and after that day in North Carolina, I said, I have to have one of these. Well, that was about 2.5 years ago, and here we are. This one is mine. It has the full Keen treatment, although this is one of the first cars, if not the first car he's done, with the 3.2 liter G50 Carrera combo. His was a 3 liter with a Porsche 915 type gearbox. I wanted the G50 5-speed. I prefer the tightness and shifter feel of that gearbox. So the first thing I did was I sent the car to BBI Autosport, my friends down in Huntington Beach, California, for a complete engine rebuild and a little freshening and a little tightening, a little improved response. So basically what we did was a full header back exhaust, SSI heat exchangers, a Dansk muffler, which is spec for Lee's project cars. We then did a lighter flywheel and clutch for better engine response. We did an upgraded ignition system, a K&N air filter, and then I had them go through and replace anything that looked worn and tired, because while that engine was out, I didn't want to have to do it again for the next 3 years. Then they color matched my fan blade in cassis red, which was a really, really nice touch. We had a Steve Wong chip put in, and the engine went back in, no problem. Then we did a Wevo shifter for better, shift feel, tighter shift feel. Then Lee Keane and Bryson the painter, who was in charge of the body work, they went about turning this into a safari car. So that's a 4-inch lift on Elephant Racing suspension. It's still torsion beam in the back. It's not a full coilover conversion. Braid provided us a beautiful set of Fuchs RSR-Style wheels with a satin finish. I'm really excited about those. Although astute viewers will notice I don't have any center caps right now. My stock center caps were a little tired, so I had to order a new set. They're not quite here yet, so no center caps for the time being, but that's coming soon. We then have BF Goodrich K02s, which are the tires found on the Ford Raptor in 16 inches. They then went to work on the body, seam welding, which is very important, adding that light pod in the front with the 4 fog lights on the switches down here, 2 high beams and 2 low beams. They did the shaved mirrors. These are the rally style mirrors. They're tighter on the window, so they actually removed the stock mirrors and shaved that with metal and repainted that, and it looks just super nice. Most of the paint they left original because this car had beautiful original paint. Okay, that's the mod. And then, oh, of course, the interior. Vintage style roll bar, RSR door cards with this amazing city bus fabric. These are GTS Classics bucket seats. My seat is bolted to the floor. It's not adjustable because I want to sit as low as possible, so it's fitted for me. This passenger seat's on a slider. We've got matched burgundy leather with the bus fabric. There's iPhone pockets in the doors, which is very helpful, and the leather door pulls are great. Clarion hooked up a full system with the M508 head unit, USB port, and Bluetooth, and they've got a 6.5-inch speaker in the door and a 6x9 in the rear deck. We removed the rear seats, but this is not a race car. Very important, not a race car. This Porsche is my 911 for the city. It's the urban assault vehicle, if you've ever seen the movie Stripes, and I wanted it that way. So we have the radio with Bluetooth, we have comfortable seats, we have air conditioning and heat, we have a sunroof, we have all the creature comforts that I want from a daily drivable Porsche, and this is now my daily driver. So let's just drive it. In the city today. We're gonna make a couple little videos of this car. Start in the city, then we'll do one in the canyons, and then lastly I will do one in the dirt, because yes, of course there will be a dirt video. But this is fundamentally what most of my driving is like. A lot of people have been like, well, why did you do this? What is the point? The point is, some of you may remember, I had a Ford Raptor, and I really liked that Ford Raptor. I liked what it did with all the bumps in the city, and just the way it smooths all this stuff out. But a Raptor is huge, and I didn't need something huge. With this build, 90% of the things I love about the Porsche 911 are present. The size, the greenhouse, the seating position, the driving position, the sound and feel of the engine. All of these things are unchanged. The fundamental driving dynamics are totally unchanged. What has changed is the ride quality. It now just glides over these bumps. It's a little bit higher. It looks different. Visually, the stance is different. It looks super, super cool. Everyone who sees it smiles. And for the city, you've got that ground clearance you want. Oh, tie goes to the runner. Sorry, tie goes to the runner. You've got that ground clearance you want, that ride. LA has all these funky driveway entrance angles. You really, a lowered car, a car meant for the track, that's annoying. This, I wanted to take away that annoyance while still having the things that I love about Porsche, which we have here. We also did brand new stock brakes, which are totally effective for this purpose. Oh, this is perfect. Look, we've got a speed bump coming up here. Everyone's going all slow, right? But I'll hold back and I'll show you how this car handles the speed bumps. You want to handle them like a Raptor, on throttle. Oh, they just disappear. It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant, folks. Go down this way. These seats, the GTS Classic seats, are really comfortable. I love my seating position. It's not adjustable, but that's okay. I just love the greenhouse. The visibility is really good. Although, if I had a criticism, Lee was adamant about these slim mirrors, you know, so if you're sliding the car through the woods and whatnot, it keeps the profile tighter. I haven't had to go through the woods, but I've had to parallel park 3 times, and so to me, I kind of wish that I'd fought him a little more and kept the stock mirrors, but it is part of the look, and they are executed well, and he was kind enough to put the little round convex mirrors on there, which do actually help quite a bit in seeing. The center mirror is really good and helpful for that. So far, the response of the engine, I know we're sitting in a red light right now, so I'm sorry about that. The response of the engine with the light clutch and flywheel is good, although I suspect the inertia of the heavier flywheel helps the car idle a little smoother when it's very, very cold. So actually I have to warm the engine up for about 2-3 minutes if I want it to idle right. Other than that, the idle goes right as soon as the oil temperature gets, as soon as it's not ice cold. If it's ice cold, the idle is a little funky, but once it gets above ice cold, it's fine. But with that light flywheel and clutch combo, I think it's the inertia of the stock flywheel that is this gonna turn green or what? That keeps it idling smooth. The speedometer, funny enough, the speedometer is still totally accurate. It's only about 1 to 3 miles an hour off at like 90 miles an hour. Oh, you were just going right there, huh? I like the gearing of this car. I promise we're gonna stop driving directly into the sun very soon. I like the gearing very much. It works for the city. Oh, look, here's the funny angles. Boop. Right up. See that? No problem. Here's another speed bump. I'll demonstrate the brilliance of the Safari. Just glides right over it. And I'm gonna do something fun right here. This is my old hood, so I know this area. There's a little dirt shortcut here. There we go. Just cut right through. We don't need to, oh my God, this is brilliant. The suspension is just working. This is where we make sure everything is okay. This is brilliant. I'm not gonna do too much off-roading before I get the clear bra happening. We're gonna do that. And up and over. And then right off the curb. That's what the Safari is about, folks. Not that I'm going to go through there every day, but that kind of fun is what it's all about. I can't use a race car every day. I built a race car. You might remember my Mustang. It didn't help me very much. It was annoying to drive. Here's what second gear sounds like. Sounds good. Brakes are good. Everything's good. This car is really fun. I've been having a lot of fun with this thing so far. It's great fun. So this is my city Porsche. Now you see what it can do, why I like it. It has just enough power that it feels quick, it feels strong. It can throw you back in the seat just a bit. I'm sorry about this right into the sun, folks. It's not what I planned. Kind of winging it. You know, it's quick. It's maybe 20 horsepower, 25 horsepower over stock. It's not crazy powerful, but this is where I drive it. And so having 500 horsepower in this kind of environment does not benefit me really in any way. Having something that feels kind of quick but has just enough power to feel exciting. And oh my god, is that the that's the Up in Smoke van. Oh my god, that's awesome. Good for those guys. Something that's fun at 20 to 60 miles an hour. And that's what this is. You know, it's got just enough 911 to feel Porsche, just enough rally to feel smooth and off-roady, and it's tough. It stands out in any crowd. There's a lot of 911s here, and I'm gonna drive the shit out of this car. I didn't spend all this money to, you know, to not do those things and to not drive it a lot. I plan to drive it a lot, and so this is what it's like around the city. It's really fun, and you see we just did the loop. Now we're back here. It's super fun, and I'm very happy with it. And I'm gonna put about 1,000 miles on it, have it gone through. Oh boy. And then we're gonna do some real off-roading pretty soon. So huge thank you to BBI Autosport for getting my engine built right. Huge thank you to Mr. Lee Keene, who is the man and is building the coolest Safari builds out there right now. And thanks to you guys for watching, and I will see you next time in a press car. And soon I'm going to take this thing in the canyons and see what it's like compared to a completely stock 87 in the canyons. So see you then. Bye.